This week in a few days is going to be the yard site of Rav Chaim Shmuelevitz on the 3rd of Teves, who was the Rosh Yeshiva of the Mir in Shanghai and in Eretz Yisrael in Israel for many, many years. So he has a beautiful explanation about the Chanukah Menorah. In Parshas Bahaloscha, it's juxtaposed next to the offerings of the heads of the tribes. They brought a lot of offerings to inaugurate the Mishkan, to inaugurate the tabernacle. Why is Parshas Bahaloscha juxtaposed next to all those sacrifices? So the answer is, Rashi brings, because Aaron and Cohen saw that they're all bringing sacrifices and they're all getting a chance to be part of the inauguration of the tabernacle, and he didn't have a chance to participate. So Hashem told him, don't worry, you're going to get to light the candles. The lighting of the candles was the appeasement for Aaron and Cohen. So the Ramban asks on Rashi a number of questions, that there are other things that you could have appeased them with other than the lighting of the candles. And in fact, the Ramban says that the appeasement was going to be, there's going to be the menorah lit, and even after the menorah, there's going to be Chanukah, and you're going to light the Chanukah candles, and this is a hint to the Chanukah candles. That idea that there's going to be candles lit even after the destruction of the temple was hinted to already to us in Parshas Bahaloscha. However, we see from Rashi that there's something unique about lighting the menorah, that was the appeasement. And the question is, why is that an appeasement? After the base of Mikdash, there's going to be no more menorah. If it's like the Ramban, that it's a hint to Chanukah, we understand. We're still lighting the menorah today. But if it's like Rashi, that it's lighting the menorah in the temple, well, that's only going to last for a certain period of time, and that's it. So Rav Chaim Shmuelevitz brings a medrash. And the medrash says that the Jewish people asked Hashem, what do you need light for? You are the light of the world. And Hashem said, the light of the menorah in the temple is not for me, it's for you. Just like I gave you light, I've been guiding you. So now that we have a tabernacle, I want you to light the light for me. And the parable and the medrash that's given is between a blind person and a seeing person that go together. And they're walking together, and they finally get to their destination. They finally get to their house. And now the seeing person asks the blind person, can you please turn the lights on in the house for me? So the blind person tells him, you helped me this whole way get to our destination. So in return for you helping me, I will help you. I'll return the favor and I'll turn on the lights in the house. Says the Medrash, that's a parable for us. We were the blind people and Hashem guided us until we had our destination, until we have our tabernacle. Now that we have a tabernacle, Hashem asks us to return the favor and light the menorah. So says Rav Chaim Shmuelevitz, you see that an aspect of the menorah is what we call a Hakaras Hatov, gratitude. The menorah is lighting it, not that Hashem needs the light, but it's giving us a chance to return the favor, return for what Hashem did to us, to return the favor for Hashem guiding us. We get to return the favor and light the menorah for Him. So that, he says, that's something that is eternal, the ability to have gratitude. That's what Hashem was giving Aaron Cohen. He was giving him the ability to have gratitude, to give someone the chance to repay a favor, to give someone a chance to have gratitude is an amazing thing. And Rav Chaim Shmuelevitz's son adds that maybe that's why Hashem did this whole miracle of the 8 days of oil, because if the miracle wasn't 8 days, what would have happened? Let's say they couldn't find the oil, or they only found for one night. It would be hard for them that they didn't have a chance to repay the favor. They felt so indebted to Hashem. They have such gratitude. The Jews of that time had such gratitude to Hashem that they're just waiting for the opportunity to repay the favor. So therefore, Hashem gave them the opportunity to light the menorah, to find the oil and light the menorah as a chance to give them the opportunity to have gratitude. And that was maybe the reason for this Chanukah menorah. And that's an amazing thing. The amazing thing is to have the feeling that if I don't do for Hashem, it's hard for me. It's going to cause me distress if I'm not returning a favor. In fact, we know that the Chovas HaLevavos writes how really Hakaras Hatov is the foundation of our Judaism. If you think about it, everything Hashem did for us and continues to do for us, we should be just looking for opportunities to repay, whether it's lighting the Chanukah menorah or whether there's any other performance of mitzvahs. It should be with the feeling of, I'm just so indebted to you. I'm so indebted for the health you gave me and the family you gave me and all the goodness that you gave me. And from that point, we want to do mitzvahs and we want to learn Torah. And that's something which Rav Chaim Shmuelevitz explains is one of the messages of Chanukah. Rav Nosson Tzvi brings another message that the word Chanukah, so the Ran explains the word Chanukah is Chanu b'chavchei. They rested. They rested on the 25th. They rested from the battle. So it's interesting that the holiday is not called that they won the battle. Rather, they rested from the Greeks. Really, you should call it that we won. It was miraculous. But yet we don't say that. Rather, we say that we rested. And there, Rav Nosson Tzvi explains, what was the goal of this battle? Just to win? Just to say that we won the battle? No. It was the fact that the Greeks were imposing and infringing on our lives. They were preventing us from doing so many mitzvahs, so many commandments. They were preventing us from serving Hashem. When we finally won the battle, the goal wasn't the winning of the battle. The goal was to have what we call yishuv hadas, to be able to just relax, to have a clear head to serve Hashem. You can't compare someone who's relaxed and not under pressure, doing a mitzvah and serving Hashem, than somebody who is under pressure. It's a totally different mitzvah performance. So Chanukah is a time for us to reflect on the fact that we have a little bit of clarity, a little bit of yishuv hadas, a little bit of calmness, and to use the opportunities that are calm, to use the opportunities when we are relaxed and use those to serve Hashem. So both the idea of lighting the menorah, either as a consolation for Aram, or lighting the menorah as an opportunity to give back, an opportunity to feel gratitude, to feel indebted and repay the favor, and the opportunity to have at least a few minutes, a few moments in the day to realize, wow, I'm calm, I'm at rest. The Yevanim in the same, at least in the level that they were, aren't preventing us from doing mitzvahs. What an opportunity we have that we can perform our mitzvahs, that we can learn Torah, and we don't have Greeks that are constantly imposing and infringing our lives. To use our lives where we have the ability to peacefully serve Hashem, to use those productively, while having a lot of gratitude to Hashem for the merit, the schus to do that, are two messages that are vital for Chanukah. Have a good Shabbos.